What's up guys, how's it going? I want to do a video today about one of my favorite props from Halloween 2018. It is the Halloween 2018 Officer Francis severed head prop. How can you not love this? My goodness. Also, there is a Terrifier connection to this prop, I think. Now let's go over it. So first of all, we got Officer Francis. Now we didn't see the kill on screen. We didn't see Michael, decorating him on screen, but can you believe this fine job by Michael Myers? He knows what he's doing when it comes to decorating his victims. I guess he wanted to make a jack-o'-lantern, and he did that. It was Halloween. I mean, come on, everybody needs to make a jack-o'-lantern every once in a while. He just decides to do it with a human head though instead of a pumpkin. But that's all right. He's Michael Myers. He can do that type of thing. So let's see. We got, first of all, I love how he cut the eyes as a triangle. I mean, this is just brutal. That means the eyeballs are gone. The insides are gone. He made a freaking jack-o'-lantern from this dude's head. I mean, there is nothing inside there. He cut off the nose, made it a triangle shape. He got a piece of the nose still hanging off right there. That is nasty. There's even a couple other marks. It's like he messed up. But there's blood splattered all over the place. And then he just cut the mouth all the way off, all the way to the jaws. My goodness. But he left the teeth in, which is cool because a lot of people use that, like the jagged teeth for the pumpkin. So he made sure to do that. And the tongue's still in there. And then in the movie, he put the flashlight right there. Love it. Let's get another view of it. Yeah, there's some more splatter over here. The neck is completely off. He just sliced it off. My goodness. So this was sculpted by Christopher Nelson and Vincent Van Dyke. This amazing prop comes directly from the movie master and is an exact replica of the gruesome pumpkinhead prop seen in Halloween 2018. Now, the effects in Halloween 2018 were just amazing. We all know that. The mask itself was amazing. Christopher Nelson does a great job. He's done a great job with Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and hopefully Halloween Ends. I'm excited to see what they're gonna have. I mean, so far everything seems really cool, and Halloween Ends too, so we'll see. But this is one of my favorites. I feel like this is just one of those extra things that they didn't have to do, but they did, and it makes Michael so much scarier and intimidating to me. It cuts right here. It's almost like he wasn't finished. But this is just nasty. Man, what a great prop. I mean, they even made it to where, it does seem like the guy that plays Officer Francis. It really does. Wouldn't that be awesome to be him and see this on the internet? When it's not really you, but man, they did a great job. Fantastic job. And they were good characters in the movie. They were a lot of fun, so I enjoyed watching them. So it was fitting that they got, a good kill like this and a good, they got dressed up by Michael in a good way. And that's like a reward. It's kind of like Big John and Little John, they were good characters and they got treated by Michael Myers, setting them up next to, propping them up against each other and everything. That was perfect. I loved that. So this is kind of the start of that type of stuff in this trilogy. So I love that. Now this was a shot from the movie where the other officer is dead too, and he's holding the pumpkin head. I love that. He put the flashlight in there with it glowing through the eyes. Love that. Let's see. Oh man, it was so brutal. And this is a picture from Trick or Treat Studios of one of them in real life. So obviously it's not as good as the picture from the website, but it's not bad. It's really cool. There's another great shot of the scene right there, the aftermath. And here's a shot of Officer Francis before the damage. Now, Officer Francis is actually played by Christopher Nelson, the effects guy, right here. I did not know that, so that's really cool. I didn't put two and two together until just now. But yeah, that is awesome. Let's see. Yep, there he is. So he basically did it to himself, which is cool. Yeah, like my mind is blown. I did not realize that was him until just now. I said earlier, like, I wonder what the guy that, that played Officer Francis thinks of his head, being able to be sold to people as a pumpkin like that. But it's actually Christopher Nelson, so that's really cool. So in this interview with Christopher Nelson, it says, Nelson then found himself not only overseeing the film's makeup effects, but also assuming the role of the ill-fated, sandwich-loving Officer Francis, who meets a rather grisly demise in the film's third act. He said, "It was so surreal and so strange." He recalled of his casting in the film. "It came about during pre-production as we were designing and building the effects. I was on daily calls with David, the director, David Gordon Green, brainstorming and discussing approvals and makeup ideas. And one day he said, 'I know you've dabbled in acting.' I told him that I wasn't doing that anymore and that I'd given it up, but he said, 'I want you to play a cop in this movie.' I actually first turned it down, but he said, 'Come on, it'll be great. It's a really quick thing, and I have this idea to carve your head into a jack-o'-lantern.' And I was like, oh, that sounds cool. So I had to do it just for that reason, and then cut to weeks later and I'm acting on set. So that's awesome. He didn't want to do it at first, but then he ended up doing it. The whole thing was improvised. He recalled of his scene with actor Charlie Benton, who played the other officer. It wasn't written. I think there was one bit where we were talking about food of some sort, and that was all that was really written for it. So David had me and Charlie make it all up on the day, just improvising. It was surreal. It was amazing. It was great. I mean, there I am with, with Jamie Lee Curtis on set and David Gordon Green directing and James Jude Courtney, I've already gone on about the elation and the dreamlike state of putting the Myers mask on Michael Myers himself, who was standing before me with the jumpsuit and knife, and the 10-year-old in me was thinking, this is just a dream come true. And then to also be able to be in the film and to be a victim in it, that jack-o'-lantern head has since become quite popular. I've seen it on tattoos, it's an accessory in toys, and it's a prop that you can buy in stores. It's really amazing. It's still super exciting to have had that happen. Yeah, that's a cool thing. I honestly did not know that was him until just now, so that's really cool. Great prop. Also, he says, another thing a lot of people don't know is that I got to play the Shape for 2 shots in the film. The shot where he is reaching through the window in the door, grabbing for Jamie, and his hand is blown off, that's me. I applied that makeup myself, and my key, Kevin Wasner, executed the gag. As for the other shot, you'll have to guess. I'm not sure what the other shot is where he plays Michael Myers, so I'll have to do some thinking on that one. Do you know? If you know, let me know in the comments if you think you know what it is, because I don't know. So he put on the makeup with the hand getting blown off. That's really cool. I did not know that that was him in that scene. Yeah, he's kind of making fun of himself for being a little chubby, but honestly, yeah, that part, I guess you see him through the door, so you only see the face pretty much in the hand. That's awesome. He's just such a good guy. He's just such a fun guy that makes props, He does such a good job with the effects for Halloween, so I'm glad they have him on there. Now, this was interesting, and to be honest, it disappointed me a little bit, but because I respect Christopher Nelson and David Gordon Green, with their effects that they've done for the trilogy so far of Halloween. Now, apparently from that article, it was David Gordon Green's idea to have him become a jack-o'-lantern. It wasn't Christopher Nelson's idea, so that's interesting. I figured it might be Christopher Nelson's idea, but it was the director's. And, I would love to say it's original. Now, unfortunately, I mean, not necessarily unfortunately, I think it's pretty cool, but, Halloween 2018 was filmed in 2018, at the beginning of 2018, but Terrifier, first Terrifier movie, was filmed in 2016, and they had the exact same prop, the exact same effect. He kills one of the guys in the pizza shop, and he makes him into a jack-o'-lantern. So, when I noticed that, I was a little bit disappointed at first, but honestly, I think it's pretty cool. I don't know if they saw Terrifier and wanted to copy that. Either way, it doesn't really matter to me because it really fits with Halloween really well. So, I don't have a problem with it, but I just want to say that it's interesting that they did it in Terrifier first because Art the Clown is a maniac. So let's see if I can find a better picture of it. So yeah, somebody made this thing of like a VHS cover, VHS case, where it says Terrifier in the Halloween font, but this is definitely the head from the jack-o'-lantern head from Terrifier, so that's really interesting that they did that. So this is a little bit of a better shot of the prop from Terrifier. He cuts the nose, he cuts the eyes, he cuts the mouth the same way, so I honestly feel like they copied it. The difference is this one's actually on fire, but the one in Halloween is just a flashlight, I think, so I'm not sure if they copied it, but here's one of the Halloween. Oh, I love that scene right there. That's a cool shot. Right, here's another shot of the one from Terrifier. That is so badass. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, they're basically the same. So, I'm not sure how all that went, but they definitely got some inspiration at least, which I think is cool. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to share this story about this prop that I really love. I think it's great, it's awesome, and I just wanted to share that it's also in Terrifier. So I'm not sure how that happened, but um, they did it great in Terrifier and they did it great in Halloween. So I really love both of them, and I'm excited to see the effects they do in Terrifier 2 and Halloween Ends. So I'm really excited. They both do great jobs. And anyway, thanks for joining me. If you love stuff like this, go ahead and subscribe. I make lots of horror content. I do Sporkle quizzes. I play Friday the 13th the game. Just talk about all things horror all the time. So let me know what you think of this prop. Is it your favorite from the movie? What's your favorite effect from Terrifier or Halloween 2018? Let me know. I love to hear about that stuff. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.